Just first of all, congrats to Kansas, Coach Leipold. Those guys have done a really nice job. I told him before the game, really, we've looked. I said, well, listen, we've looked at what you guys have done. Starting 3 years ago when they won one Big 12 game and worked to where they are right now. And he mentioned some things that I think that we can certainly hang our hat on as well as we move forward. One thing I told our team just then. I apologize to our seniors that we didn't have this kind of year that they deserve. And I feel for them from the bottom of my heart. And I said, listen, we're going to help you guys out any way we can, in the future as far as jobs, or hopefully they can keep playing. And then I told the freshmen and the underclassmen that, we're going to get to work this winter as soon as you guys get back. And I said, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard on us coaches as well as you players. But they want that, and they obviously they need it, but they want it as well. And so this winter is going to be extremely difficult. The reason we lost a lot of games this year was, I've talked about this, undisciplined play, not doing the things we need to do to give yourself a chance. And again, happened tonight. Those are the things we're going to clean up. I mean, it's unacceptable the way we played at times this year. And it cost us a lot of games. And so those are the things that I'm looking forward to starting tomorrow in this all season. And, we've got 22 guys committed to sign December 20th. I think it's a really good class. When I say good, they're talented, but they're great people, young men that we're going to bring in this program. And then we're going to hit the portal hard. December the 4th, it opens up. We're going to have, we're looking to get, roughly 12 to 14 guys. I mean, if we get them in January, if we get them in the summer semester, but we have to get some guys who can come in here and help us win. And so we're going to attack that hard. And so those three fronts really is kind of the thing that we're looking at as we move to the future.
The squib kick right before halftime, what goes in that thought process there instead of kicking it deep?
Well, just so they don't get any kind of a return. And obviously you didn't want to kick it like we did. It ended up bouncing right to the guy in the middle, and he gets, close to midfield. So it wasn't well executed. The thought is to, kick a squib, at a little bit of an angle, so that it gets ball bounced around. Our guys go cover it. Now we're getting onto them, and the clock starts to run. It wasn't as, what it was. I don't even know what the time was. Less than a minute maybe. Yeah. So, and then it was just poor defense, the next three plays. And, but way too much poorly executed squib.
Defensively, what has gone wrong in the past 3 out of the past 4 weeks, 5 weeks? Just, it seemed like it felt like there was progress being made, and then the season kind of collapsed.
Well, poor tackling, poor, fitting, with the defense, busted coverages, not tight coverage. We all saw it. And, I don't know what that quarterback started out, 10 for 10, I know. It may have been, so, we got to get a lot better in the secondary. And I think we've seen that all year. And we're going to. And so, I feel, and then, another DPI called again tonight. I mean, we've gotten one, I feel like every game, at least one every game. We just got to get a lot better. We got to coach better. We got to play better. So it's, there's a lot of things that didn't go well. And then, I think it was 10 minutes to go in the game. It was a 2-score game. We score, and then next thing you know, it just gets out of hand. The quarterback got loose twice, and he can really run. And, but, we didn't have – there's guys signing for the quarterback on his own read keep, which is simple plays. And, we're getting sucked down inside, and he gets outside. The kid can fly. And, so he didn't fit right, and that's what happens.
Have you been through more momentum-changing things like that in your career? At the end of the first half, you scored 14
I know.
and then boom, it's 21-10.
Yeah, that happened in another game too, yeah.
Second half, same deal. It looks like you're about ready to see something. And then it dissipates.
Probably have at some point, but I can't really remember, but it's very frustrating, obviously, because you get some momentum, you're right, and the next thing you know, because I was thinking about the fact before the first half, let's let this clock go down, so we wasn't going to score. We're going to leave them as small amount as possible, which we did. You know, we ended up scoring a blitz, man, nice throw to Ryan, touchdown, and 26 seconds, and we're in pretty good shape, and to go score again. I mean, it's just very frustrating. I know it's frustrating to the fans. I mean, I'm the most frustrated there is. Like, I'm the one that is the coach of the team, and I know our fans are frustrated. I mean, I hear you out there, you know. But I'm so frustrated with it. So that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on getting this stuff fixed and recruiting to get better players, and then the coaches we're going to do all we can as coaches to put the best players in there to make the best plays, but we're going to get our scheme right this off season and figure out the best way for us to hold people out the end zone.
Well, what's your message to recruits now? Because obviously you say, well, hey, we need you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Really need you.
Well, and
On the other hand, what did they say?
no, well, they know that the freshmen that we got coming in, they're great kids. We've been recruiting them for over a year, and you know, they understand what they're getting into. They know they're coming in here to help us. You know, with an opportunity to play, they get that, and we need their help. And you know, we need their great attitudes and their effort when they bring that in there as well. And you know, the great character they have, and I think that's important for our football team. And so yeah, I mean, and then the transfer portal, they're going to be like, listen, we need to come help that team. You know, I want to come play and help. And so we got a lot to sell with this program. It's a great city. It's a great school. There's a lot of great people around this program. And I think you talk to the guys that transferred in here, they'll say the same thing. They've been to other colleges, and they're going to say the same thing. I mean, they get treated well. They like it. You know, so, you know, we're not that far off. I know sometimes we can look and see. We're not that far off. We're really not. And we got to shore up some things. We got to do a better job with what we're trying to do with our guys, and then get a few more players in here. And, you know, I feel like these guys are certainly going to help us.
Neil and Ryan, it seemed like every time you guys found that momentum on the offensive side, Kansas would respond with their short drive, 3-4 plays, minute and a half, take off the car there in the second half. What were they doing to cause you guys to come down to them?
You know, they do a great job with all the shifts and motions. They're one of the top teams in the country that do that, and they utilize their tight ends and the motions. They utilize the wildcat. You know, I think tonight you guys probably 3 or 4 times where the quarterback's not the primary, you know, receiver of the ball, but then they hand it to him, then he throws it. You know, they did that about 3 or 4 times. They do a really good job of manipulating, but what it does is it gets you out of position. You know, and then you try to overcompensate, and then, you know, there goes the running back or the quarterback. I mean, they've done it all year. I mean, they've done it to a lot of guys. They're very good at what they do. I also think their guys play extremely hard, and they know their scheme. They know their scheme on offense, on defense. You know, again, he's been there 3 years. He's done a really nice job with that, and that's the result.
You mentioned the transfer portal and recruiting. Can you just walk us through this next week, maybe we can have
Yeah. Yeah, next week we're getting our guys in. We're gonna meet with our guys positionally, one-on-one. You know, get a plan with those guys and see, you know, really see where we're at. You know, who's going to get in the portal, who's going to stay, all those type things. We'll do that first of next week. You know, and then by the end of the week, I think we got, you know, there's high school championship games. Probably go to Columbus or Akron or wherever they're playing that. To watch that Friday night, maybe Saturday. We're going to start recruiting this week. So basically the first half of the week we're dealing with our team, and then we're recruiting the second half of the week, and then all the way through until signing day. You know, December 4th is the portal when it opens up, and then we'll be able to bring some guys in on campus with that. We're going to try to be very aggressive in that, getting guys here early. So you guys, you'll probably hear about some of that stuff that's happening that week of the 4th. But next week it'll be really. I mean, and you know, quite honestly, some of these games that were over Saturday, I saw guys jumping in the portal too. So that stuff's going to happen, even though the 4th is the actual official day. You know, people are going to put some stuff out now. You know, if they're leaving too. So that's going to start. We're going to start that period right now.
Russ and Chad.
When you look at the entire roster as a whole and just the amount of reps that guys, younger guys, that haven't played as much this year, but still got in there, do you guys as a staff feel confident that you have enough body of work for them for practice film and overall film and you get the solid judgment on
Yeah.
what to keep guys versus
Yeah.
encouraging guys that didn't just
No, yeah, I mean, I think we see them every day at practice too, you know. So we have seen some guys, you know, out there that play. You know, like for example, Barry Jackson, he played again tonight. He's played in 4 games. I mean, we've seen some good stuff out of him. But also practice. You know, like I mentioned this a few weeks ago, the last month we've been doing scrimmages, you know, at the end of practice. So we're trying to evaluate every day about what these guys can and can't do. I feel like we got a good handle on that. You know, certainly guys that are young in the program, you also have to see kind of where they're going to be a year from now, you know, and so you got to project a little bit with some of those guys that have been in the program for 2 or 3 years. You kind of know where they are, you know, so yeah, I think we have seen enough.
You mentioned 2 years ago, Kansas was the one team. Last year, West Virginia and Iowa State both had seasons that they struggled. Does that give you like a path,
Yeah.
direction to follow?
Arizona's another team that this is their 3rd year, and they're doing really well. You know, and I've been a part of it. I mean, I think it takes time. I've mentioned that. I mean, it takes time for guys to, you know, to understand exactly, the players understand what we're trying to get out of them, and then vice versa. And you know, I think the difference is this day and age now you're dealing with this portal stuff. It's difficult now. It's difficult as far as your players that are on your roster, and then now you're having to go get some. So, you know, you can't go get too many. You know, that's not good either, because we've seen some things out there in the country that's kind of backfired. But you have to get enough. You have to get the right mix and the right type player to come in here and add into your culture, because I think the culture piece is the thing that get overlooked so much more, maybe, than just the talent piece.
Last couple, Neil and Aaron.
Ryan Montgomery has been a guy who's shown a lot of flashes during the later half of the season. Obviously, on senior night tonight, he finished with 2
Yeah.
touchdowns passing, passed 1 and caught 1. A guy who senior year without a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Just was right on.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Ryan. You know, that's what I told the seniors. You know, some of these guys, I've only been here a year, so you don't get a chance to really know them, you know. And Ryan's got the right stuff about him, and I hate he missed 4 or 5 games this year. Really could have used his leadership, but his playmaking ability. I mean, this guy's, how versatile is this guy? I mean, he can run on one end, he can catch one end, and he threw one tonight. And he's also a punt returner. You know, he's a super talented guy. Unfortunate with his injuries throughout his career. I feel like he's had a ton of injuries, but he's going to be successful in what he does throughout his whatever career he decides to go into, because he's got the right stuff about him. And I miss that I'm only going to get the 1 year with him. And there's a lot of those guys like that. But man, he's been fun the last few weeks to be able to watch practice and to go out and make plays on games.
Aaron, final question.
You and your staff transitioned to a new school this season. You are transitioning into a new conference this season. Obviously, a really tough season in general, as well as been a little elusive. What have you learned about yourself?
Ooh, that's a good question, man. I know. I feel like, you know, everywhere you go, you know, this season and the things we've done with our team, you know, we have guys come in and speak and just kind of pour into our staff, and also pour into our team. And I feel like everybody talks about resiliency, you know, so, and then how you come out of it, you know, how it can be a good thing when, you know, when you go through something really, really tough and you learn from it and you continue to grow. And then when you get on the other side, you're going to be so much better for it. You know, it's extremely difficult, you know, to go through something like this. But I do. I mean, I've been through some tough times in my career, so I do know what it feels like to have success, and it makes it so much sweeter. You know, I think the thing that I hate the most is that people, sometimes people, and I guess fans, they can't see what I can see. I mean, they don't see the future, they don't see the vision, they don't see what's going to happen. But I think in business or in life or in anything that you're in, and if you're going through something extremely tough, if you don't have hope, then what do you have? Like, you got nothing. And, you know, you might as well quit and shut it down. We're trying to teach our guys the exact opposite of that, because we're in a world full of despair, full of hate, full of negativity everywhere we look. And when you don't do good, on the field, and people think, you know, it's so bad, man, there's a lot of great things that's going on in this building right here, a lot. And so I can see what's about to happen. And I think, so for me, I continue to learn and grow and look forward to what's going to happen. I think, you know, so I think more than anything is just the fact that, man, you keep getting kicked down, but we're going to keep getting up. and that's what we're trying to teach our kids.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
We have Luke Kandra next.
Saw you walking off the field with kind of the big sigh right as you were exiting. How tough has this been on you, and how do you, make that decision on next year and potentially, leading this team back to where it should be?
Yeah, it just sucks for just our team how this year went for us. But what really just makes me just my heart just deep is just for all the seniors that we just couldn't do for them. They put everything into this program and they helped lead us, and it just sucks that we couldn't get it done this year.
I think you're happy in your decision, but you came from Louisville, they're doing very well. This season wasn't so well up here. How difficult was that, You want to do well here. I don't know how you feel about your ex-teammates, but kind of an odd year for them.
Yeah, I still talk to some of my old teammates at Louisville, happy for them, but I think I'm just personally just excited to be back home, be with Coach Satterfield and Coach Carter, the whole coaching staff, and, I think it was just the best decision of my life coming back here, and, props for them having a great year. I've been keeping my eye on them all year, but, at the end of the day, it's what's best for each person. I think for me, it was just the best way for me to be here.
You guys return all 5 starters on the line next year. Corey Kandra goes over 1,000 yards tonight. How can you build on that heading into next year? It's like a cornerstone of this program.
Yeah, just props to Corey. Without him, we wouldn't get our rushing attack how it was. Sometimes he would make something out of nothing. But honestly, him going 1,000 yards is the cornerstone of what we are gonna do, and we need to set that as our standard. Saying we need more than just 1,000 yards. We need more than 1,000. It's just we got to do every aspect in the game. Just take accountability and just keep moving forward.
How proud are you of the way that this group, this offensive line, not only stayed healthy, stayed together, but also, obviously, the rushing attack was there all year. But you guys greatly improved as a pass blocking unit over the last 4 weeks, final left of the season. How impressive and important is that to you as a leader of that group, that progression kept going on throughout the year?
That's always what you want is the just keep getting better every single week, and that was our philosophy: is just keep getting better every week. And that's what we take pride in, is keeping Emory and Lichty safe, and then pushing the pile. Getting the holes open for Corey, Monty, Miles, and all of them.
Is there anything you think catalyzed the better pass blocking over the past month of the season? Was it the fact you guys were able to stay together throughout the entire year?
Yeah, definitely. We just kept at it, keep going forward. Like I said before, we just keep, doing what we do and just getting better each day. And I think that's what really helped us.
You talked about the decision to come back home just a few minutes ago. What's been the biggest takeaway for you in this season, for you personally, through this time, hard time for you?
Probably the biggest thing is just having my family with me. My family, my fiance, and all that. Just them being closer to home. If we have a day off, I just go back home 15, 20 minutes away. But yeah, that's just the biggest thing, is just being closer to my family if I'm having a bad day or something like that. And honestly, I have the boys in the locker room that help pick each other up, and it's been awesome.
All right, thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
We got Corey Kandra next.
Corey, I know this isn't how you want to do it, but 1,000 yards as a college running back, I know that the losing sucks, but it has to at least feel pretty good to accomplish that.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice feeling, but like I said before, I trade all my accomplishments for wins for the team.
But you don't get to do that, so
Yeah.
enjoy it a little bit. Right?
Yeah, yes, sir. It's cool. It's hard. A couple days from now, probably go out to dinner with the guys up front. I couldn't have done it without those guys and the receivers and the rest of the team. I couldn't have done it without everybody.
Corey, we saw you over here on the sideline after the game, just kind of standing there taking the scene. Can you just walk us through what's going through your mind after this season?
just how I could do my part to change things because as I say to the rest of the team all the time, Nipper is not a place for losing, and I feel like it's my job being from Cincinnati to help change that. Like I can't let my city be known for losing.
The offensive line comes back. I assume you're coming back. I don't know. What do you tell young recruits that are looking to come here? I mean, it's been a tough year, but there are opportunities there. You know, if the line comes back, you guys run the ball pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it wasn't our year this year, but next year it's gonna be a different story.
Corey, what was the biggest takeaway for this season? Obviously, you had a career year, you put us at 1,000 rushing yards. Obviously, what's been the biggest takeaway for you personally through this hard season for you?
For me personally, I mean, just I've learned that things aren't always gonna go our way or my way, but I have to come to work every single day and try to lead by example.
Corey, what is your next step individually? How do you build on this 1,000-yard season and become further yourself deeper into the history books here you see next season?
24-hour rule. I mean, celebrate today, but then a couple of days get back to work. I mean, I'm not done yet.
Any other questions for Corey? Thank you, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
We got Jack Dingle, who'll be our last guy.
Jack, you gained a lot of experience this year. How do you take that into the offseason and learn and come back a better player next year?
Just watch a lot of film and see where I can improve. I know I have a lot to learn. There's a lot of growth to be done, especially with our team. I know what I'm doing. I'm more confident than I ever have been, and I'm ready to just get to work.
How hard is playing an offense like that? How hard is playing an offense like that where they're just snapping at the running backs and read option and they're throwing it down the field? How hard is it to keep your eye discipline?
No, that's the key there. It's all about eye discipline. It's what you got to prepare through all week to see what they do, all those motions and tricks and stuff. It's all about eye discipline. You got to stay focused and locked in.
Jack, you have big shoes to fill at the end of the season. Obviously, you have playing time, you have position time there in the linebacker position. What's been the biggest takeaway for you personally throughout this season?
The biggest takeaway is I got to step up and be a leader. The Mike linebacker is the position I play. You just got to step up and lead the defense, and it all works around you. And you just got to keep pushing. You got to push others around you, and do your job.
I always ask you about your dad, but I know your dad had some decisions here.
Yeah.
But I believe the last one was an 8-win season, so he came out smelling pretty good. Has he given you that speech?
Oh yeah, no, he said just keep working. It's all just keep your head down and keep working, and it's gonna be a hell of an off season here, and we're gonna work and we're gonna fix this.
This defense loses a lot of guys up front after this season. What do you need to do as a leader after this offseason to kind of progress this program moving forward?
Just lead by example in the weight room. Get guys together, get us all together. I mean, teach some of the young guys coming up what this program has been and what it should be about, and just keep working, just keep pushing them to be the best they can be.
Jonathan Thompson had a pretty, especially early, had a really
He had a
strong
hell of a day.
start.
Yep.
How fast is he learning playing next to you?
Oh, he's growing. I mean, sometimes he's telling me what to do. I mean, he's a smart kid and a great football player. He's going to be really good. He's going to be a really good player one day.
Does that make you feel like you've got the possibility for a really good duo in the middle?
Oh yeah, yes, 100%.
Any other questions? Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.